Emergency.
Hi, I need somebody to help me. My pussy is burning. It's burning. My pussy is burning. I need some help. Can you help me?
Emergency.
Hi, I need somebody to help me. My pussy is burning. It's burning. My pussy is burning. I need some help. Can you help me?
Hello?
Can you help me?
Hold on, ma'am. What? Can you say that again?
I need to see somebody. My pussy is burning.
You need to come in then.
Huh?
You need to come in.
I can't. My pussy is burning. Can you help me? Can I make a house call? Can someone make a house call?
Hold on, please.
Hi, my pussy is burning. Can someone help me? My pussy is burning. It's on fire. Can you help me?
Your what is?
My pussy is burning.
Then you need to come in and be seen.
I had an accident. I fell and tripped over my hot iron and it's burning. It's scorched.
Then you should come in and be seen by...
Can you come? Can I get a house call? I can't even close my legs. I can't walk.
Well, then you need to dial 911, call an ambulance.
Can you call an ambulance for me?
No, ma'am. You need to do that.
Oh, please don't leave me.
Hello?
Can you help me?
Hold on, ma'am. What? Can you say that again?
I need to see somebody. My pussy is burning.
You need to come in then.
Huh?
You need to come in.
I can't. My pussy is burning. Can you help me? Can I make a house call? Can someone make a house call?
Hold on, please.
The Dutch first settled along the Hudson River in 1624. 2 years later, they established the colony of New Amsterdam on Manhattan Island. In 1664, the English took control of the area and renamed it New York. New York City was the first capital of the United States after the Constitution was ratified in 1788. Nation is located on eastern Long Island in New York State. The arts of the Shinnecock include beautiful beadwork and baskets. In 2010, after a 30-year effort, the tribe finally gained the federal recognition of the United States government. The Seneca are the largest of the 6 nations comprising the Haudenosaunee people, occupying the territory of central and western New York. From east to west, the original nations of the Haudenosaunee are Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca. The Tonawanda Senecas were able strategists who overcame disastrous treaties to regain 7,549 acres of their western New York territory, land that they still possess today. Rumble, the Indian who rocked the world, is a documentary celebrating indigenous Americans' contribution to popular music. The documentary is named after the 1958 song by Link Ray that is credited with creating the power chord, and also has the distinction of being the only song without lyrics to be banned in New York and Boston for fear that it would incite riots.
occasions, Puzzi Iz Burning is starting right here, right now on Drag Queen TV, streaming live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and anywhere else they'll have us, so you'll have plenty of ways to connect with us to see what's on the schedule for the week. Show us some support or some of that good love, because we're all a bunch of lovers over here. We will fight you for love, too. So best to reserve your hate for people who hate you back, and then we'll all be working for the good of the goodness and mercy in Mary's name. Amen. All right. Inhale some oxygen or oxygen tinted with your favorite flavored or colored smoke, and exhale. Let all that tension go as you stretch your Puzzi before we go all the way in. Lean into that stretch and reach for the reasons why the contributions of black trans women to the entertainment industry don't line up with the compensation toward black trans women in the areas where their workers made more money for people who don't look like them than the people that do. You feel that pussy warming up? Now that feels mighty real. Okay. Welcome to Puzzi Iz Burning. Oh shit, let me turn this fucking fan off. Welcome to Puzzi Iz Burning, a categorical competition in video drag with challenges and trivia based on the controversial documentary that set the underground on fire. Today,
What's this thing you're doing?
It's a show based on Paris is Burning, babe.
It's about Paris?
Yes. No. Not exactly. It's about a person named Paris who threw a party referred to as a ball. So I kind of dressed for a Parisian ball.
Ah.
But it's really a show about a documentary about queer New York nightlife in the 80s. You would have liked the 80s, babe.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. We talked to each other in dance moves. You had to be ready at the block party because a flash mob could break out at any time.
Okay.
Step on the crack. Break your mama's back. When a problem comes along, you must whip it before the cream sets out too long. You must whip it when something's going wrong. You must whip it. Now whip it. If you shake it up.
Today, we can see through shows like Pose, Legendary, and the original modern distributor of the entire Paris is Burning blurb catalog, RuPaul's Drag Race, the evolution of what can become when black and brown Americans of the LGBTQIN persuasion get to have what they've assembled organically, documented and widely distributed to a world that is always slowly but surely ready to devour, digest, repackage, and resell their fresh produce to masses of generations to come. Just goes to show there's no end to what a group of outcast diamonds in the rough can do to build themselves a home, even within the cold cacophony of big city nightlife. So speaking of the sparkling, special meetings and greetings between the lions and tigresses and bears, oh my! There was an original trio of talents who responded to the first Puzzi Iz Burning casting call, but one girl eliminated herself because challenges are challenging. Her work week wouldn't allow it this time around, so we're having a head-to-head battle between a duo of dynamic doll faces who are especially close to my own heart. With their genuine weirdness and fabulous taste in sights and sounds, they and she have pursed and pouted their Puzzi lips in place to get you together with a good old-fashioned read in feathers and beads. So, without any further ado about nothing, please meet our scenesters of the week.
My name is Paige, and I am a person.
My name is Dijon French. I'm from Los Angeles, California.
My pronouns in and out of drag are they, them.
My pronouns are she and they, sometimes the bitch.
I am a non-binary trans person representing the House of Artificial Intelligence here in Los Angeles.
I'm currently a drag orphan, but hopefully after this video I will be inducted into the House of Frasier. Elizabeth Frasier, that is.
I I was banished from the South for practicing witchcraft. So then I moved to this floating plastic island in the Pacific Ocean, Gyre, where all the non-recycled single-use plastic goes. And I transitioned using environmental xenoestrogens from microplastics that are just floating around in the ocean.
Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero.
My drag destination, let's see, dreams, goals, would be to take drag to an uncharted territory.
I came back to Los Angeles and brought all of my plastic gowns with me and have a career making plastic crinkling ASMR videos. People pay a lot of money for that. It's crazy. As a young child, I was damaged from staying up late at night watching on public access channel 69 the American music show starring Deandra Peak. Yay!
He's looking so cute. Sneaking round in a blue jumpsuit. Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero. Baby, he's blazing away.
Let's see, my drag aesthetic, they're equal parts ethereal new wave, 90s electronica, trip hop, new jack swing, and what else?
So my advice to you as a person who is literally the oldest person on the entire scene here, let's be real, is to take your advice from the elephant who has big ears and a small mouth. Listen more than you talk.
Like the stars in the universe. Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero. Baby, he's screaming the truth. America's killing its youth. America's killing its youth. America's killing its youth.
week, our creative contestants were challenged to deliver their best Dory and Corey showgirl tributes, complete with a thorough reading of any person, living, dead, famous or local, personal or political, comical or dead serious. Because some of you just can't take it. You want to talk about reading? Let's talk about reading. You gonna stop quoting Venus because she called a dark-skinned person an overgrown orangutan? Are you about to scrape all of that Paris is burning lingo off of your tongue, darling? Oh, no? Oh, you don't like my headpiece, do you? Well, it was a gift from a friend. A white-passing trans woman of indigenous color gave me this because she thought I would wear it well. I have gratefully given tribute to her sacrifice twice. Otherwise, it stays here on a shelf collecting dust. Now, I don't believe you're about to cancel Cher for Half-Breed because, in all honesty, the distant people that bother you don't have as much impact as the people around you do. So you'll probably continue to ignore most offenses until they become personal the way so many people do, which has led us to this current state of affairs. One of the slogans that stuck out for me when I was in school was, think globally, act locally. I saw this philosophy in action within my family, full of various types of teachers and healthcare professionals who were also notorious for what my mother called our incurable disease called involvement. I come from women who valued education and detested slang in professional settings, but will curse you out within an inch of your existence. So if you provoke me, you will see how I don't talk white. I've met too many white folk who wish they were this eloquent and well-spoken. So just because you woke up yesterday doesn't mean that you weren't asleep the day before, girlfriend. Do you know the glory of being black spoken to by people who are either A, trying to demonstrate that they relate to what they presume you value, or B, trying to insult you or what they presume you value, or C, not taking you seriously in either case in the first damn place? Anyway, who has heard of a Mardi Gras Indian? What about the phrase, I got Indian in my family? I could go on and on and on about seriousness, silliness, symbolism, and various celebrations rooted in all types of connections that last longer than our short-term memories, but we have other folks to focus on. So while you're pointing at the person across town or over the airwaves that offended you, I pray you also find the same energy to tap your blackfishing friends and racist family members who offend me every chance they get. I know what it's like to be born into a legacy of surviving being hunted, kidnapped, exploited, and punished for persevering. I have always had respect and reverence for survivors of similar struggles, no matter what you think of what I wear. Now, let's hear what they had said in this week's Head to Head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Flamingo Hotel in Vegas, Nevada. Hello, my name is Dijon French. Today, we will be reading animals from the forest, from the ocean, from the jungle. Because as you all know, reading is fundamental. This is my BFF, Pearl, and these are my pearls. And this, well, it's my nickname. They call me Pretty Bitch on the Strip. First up, we have Mr. Elephant. Ooh, Mr. Elephant. I'm seeing inches on inches on inches, but not enough inches for me. Next up, we have Mr. Dolphin. Mr. Dolphin, we've gotten several complaints that you've been nosy, You've been in everybody's business. And I have to say, I think it's because you haven't found your purpose in life. Next up we have Mr. Cheetah. Look, I know you're a cheetah, but why you gotta cheat? Oh my god, Pearl, look over there in the tree. It's the tree sloth. You know what I heard? They love slow jams. What's that, Pearl? Pearl, I told you, I am not reading a trouser's neck. Oh my god, Pearl, look who it is. It's Mr. Grizzly Bear. I know he's really hairy, but I've been crushing for a long time. Woof woof. Yeah, he's hairy, but he's like a smooth operator too. Ooh, Pearl, look, it's your ex, the orca. I don't know why you dated him. He just looks like a panda in the water. Speaking of panda, we had a cuddle sesh the other night, but you know what? I didn't like that. He took me to Panda Express. Next up we have the deer. The forest deer. Be a deer and grab mother a margarita. Now I know I said I wasn't gonna do this, Pearl, but I have a surprise for you. I'm gonna read you for filth. Pearl, I heard you threw your neck out last night. You flamingo. Well, Pearl, what do you think? Did we get some good reads in today? That's the end of our show. I am Dijon French. This is Pearl. If you want to catch me later, you can find me at the slots.
In these uncertain times, food can be one of our few comforts that's available to us still. I myself have been known to engage in the emotional eating and stockpiling of all kinds of snacks like chips and cookies and what have you. Haven't we all? I want to say first and foremost that I am not here to promote or condone body shaming in any way, shape, or fashion. That is not all right anytime, anywhere. What I would like to do instead, though, is open up a dialogue on how our current obsession with food and eating might be detracting from our ability to be effective allies in the quest for social justice that's been at the forefront of everybody's minds. In specific, I'm thinking about the actions of one person in particular. You, Karen. Karen's a light eater, actually. Anytime the lights are on, she's eating. At the start of quarantine, she was stocking up on PPE. Pepperoni, pizza, extra cheese. We tried to get her to go to a protest. We told her we were picketing police brutality. She showed up with 12 dozen donuts and just stood there picketing at them. She picketed at so many donuts, she's got potential to shut down Winchell's. Miss Spudnuts had to take out a restraining order. Girl, there is not a cruller or donut hole in LA County. She even licked all the donut batter out of the mixer. The other day I saw Karen protesting outside of Krispy Kreme with a sign demanding, "Hot donuts now!" I heard that's why they had to board up the 7-Eleven to keep Karen out of the Twinkies. Girl, she was out in the streets when the National Guard arrived, toasting marshmallows over an open tear gas canister. I heard Karen's something of a stoner. The reason you didn't see any food on the grocery store shelves a few months back, she was getting snacks for $4.20. Girl, she wakes and bakes lasagna. She's the only one I know that walks around with a spare tire for a grocery store cart, because there will be a blowout.
Lasagna.
The last time Karen burned 2,000 calories was when she left a pan of brownies in the oven too long. The last time Karen went on a camping trip, she had to be hospitalized after a bear attack.
Gummy bears.
I asked her to help me with a fundraiser recently, and she told me the only bread she was interested in raising is sourdough. When Karen dropped her cheese plate, it looked like a bomb went off, because debris was scattered in a 10-block radius. So far, eating hasn't filled up the emptiness inside her. But she's no quitter. Karen is so hungry, her watch went back for seconds. She wrote a love song to tortillas one time, but it was really more of a rap. Careful with the cultural appropriation there, Karen. That Karen's always boasting about how real she is, but I know she's imposter. She tried to make a joke about sausages one time, but it was the worst. Why are you gagging so? You know she brings sauce every meatball. She tried to imitate Dorian Corey once, but she didn't know she wanted to be cream corn.
Cream corn?
The final straw came last week when you posted that picture of avocado toast with the hashtag Snack Lives Matter. Canceled. When I called to confront her about it, she picked up the phone and I could tell she was already crying. She said she was chopping onions for soup. At that point, I started crying too. Onions was such a good dog. Karen, I just had to let you know that I couldn't sugarcoat these issues any longer. Because I knew that if I did, you would probably come and eat them for dessert. This is Paige Person saying, go on, take it personal.
Burning trivia game. See if you can answer this question right away. And then I want you to email me your proof of your donation to any local organization that benefits trans women of color. And I want you to let me know what size you wear, because I'm going to send you a prize package from Two Hot Chocolates Los Angeles if you get that answer right and get it into me right away. Only the first answers will qualify to win, because I'm not giving you enough time to Google. Would you like to be a contestant on Puzzi Iz Burning? Get in touch with me on IG, YT, or FB and answer these questions. Are you ready to judge my contestants? I am. Here is the criteria that me and my fellow judges use to decide who gets to win $100. We are judging our contestants on their QPOC. That's quality, performance, openness, and creativity. Quality, flavor, attention to detail. Do you want more? Performance, skill, experience. Are they putting on a show? Openness, connection to the audience, presence, emotion, creativity, hands-on work, thinking outside of the box. And as always, extravaganza points for nerve, because it do take nerve. we are proud to announce the first winner of the Puzzi Iz Burning categorical competition in video draft. Please give a warm congratulations to Page Person. Thank you so much for your participation, your contribution, your creativity, your beauty, your everything. You're wonderful. I love you. Now take this money and spend it wisely. You deserve it. Till next time, my pussy is burning. I've got to go put this fire out. See you later.